Adrian! Adrian!
Hi guys,
Uh,
this is Second Perspective. My name is Paul Weston. Over there is Mitch Allen, and today we're going to be doing a QQ for you on Creed. It's a film that I believe it's still in theaters, right?
yeah,
And it's the seventh film in the Rocky series.
that is true.
So I'm going to let Mitch give you guys some more of the information, but yeah, why don't you do that?
This is Creed. It's directed by Ryan Coogler, who's done Fruitvale Station, and that's about it. That's the only other film he's done. So this is his second film overall, which is pretty crazy. Adonis Creed is played by Michael B. Jordan. He's the son of the deceased Apollo Creed, who's the legendary boxer and former opponent of Rocky Balboa. That's Sylvester Stallone, of course. So when Adonis realizes his drive to become a boxer himself, he enlists the help of Rocky to take the world of boxing by storm. Rocky!
So, what I will say right at the beginning is that we have two sort of different views on this, or perspectives rather. I haven't seen a single Rocky film. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of like sin in the film world, but I digress.
In a way, but not sort of.
Yeah.
Not really.
So, other than that, I'm gonna get straight to it. For me, actually, the person I saw the film with gave me the necessary background to understand sort of like why certain moments might be important and so on and so forth. So, aside from that, I really enjoyed this film quite a bit, actually. And the thing that surprised me quite a bit, because I have seen other Sylvester Stallone films, is that his performance in this film is so good. Like, I would be surprised if he gets an Oscar nom. Right?
He is, right now, as far as I've read, he's like in the lead. He's like in the lead to get to either win or at least to like secure one.
I never thought those words actually come out of my face.
It is weird. It is weird because I will say this. I think we both agree that it's like, if not the strongest, among the strongest work that Stallone has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, he's like one of those giants that's just sort of there throughout the last 30 to 40 years of filmmaking, but I wouldn't call him a performance titan or anything like that.
No, I wouldn't either.
But the first Rocky, he's like very good. I think that's probably still his best work, but he does really, I think, commit in this to a character that's likable and a little more complex than we're used to from him, and I think it does pay off. It's nice.
Well, the really cool thing is that he's not the only performance that's like, kind of okay.
No.
It's like there's like at least 3 or 4 really good performances in this film. I've always been a huge fan of Michael B. Jordan, even in like Chronicle and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The Wire when he was a little youngin. But like the love story in this film, this is definitely easily the best B story kind of love story that I've seen in the film this year. For me, it's quite nuanced. There's almost in no aspects kind of corny, and the actor that's alongside B. Jordan is also Tessa Thompson. Is that her name?
Oh, is that her name? Yeah, I didn't
believe
even know
so.
who it is, yeah.
I'm totally sorry. I just got so caught up in the two performances, but she is fantastic as well. So like alongside with really good writing that doesn't feel like, hi, you're rude, I don't like you. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, I love you. Like, it's not that. It's very
they
good
play
in the
the arc in
details.
a way that makes sense to like people, and I find so many love stories are just, they feel like constructs that are like characters. Like, this character has to do this, so this character will respond this way. And I feel like and I remember seeing Fruitvale Station a while ago too, and I didn't love the movie, but some of the best scenes in that film are like just interpersonal relationships. And I think what Coogler gets at really nicely is how people actually form relationships and how they develop and how people lean on each other and depend on each other. And I think like on a human perspective, I think Coogler does a really nice job in this movie, which is surprising because it's a boxing movie. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be about feelings.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Honestly, probably my favorite parts of this film were actually the emotional scenes. Like the fighting scenes are great, and like we'll talk about one in particular in a moment. But the emotional scenes actually got me all choked up. And I think I'm just getting softer, to be honest. Things are getting me choked up more often. But I do think it's actually largely on the merit of the writing and sort of the care that these scenes have.
Yeah, and there's one very kinetic like boxing scene in general, but
Mm.
it's nice that it depends so much on the relationships.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Now,
why don't you
if I were
brief?
to just get on something, because I think we really do both like this film a lot,
Mm.
but in terms of like a turnoff, like for
Mhm.
me, at the end of the day, the movie's still so familiar, especially by the third act.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't really transcend the boxing genre. It's a really good addition to it,
Mhm.
but I was a little disappointed because of how deep it digs sometimes, and it doesn't really flesh itself out by the end. What did you think? Was that
I
sort
would
of
largely agree. I do think that it fleshes itself out. It's just it doesn't go in any new territory, and it's
yeah,
by the third act. I too thought like everything was so well done, and like it was all these moments are great, but by the end of it, I already knew what was going to happen, and it's just that was the only unfortunate part. Like if it came up with some sort of unique or new way to sort of bring out its themes without like because the story's already really from what I've been told really similar to Rocky. It's just like
yeah,
the
yeah.
familiarity kind of dampens sort of the last act when you've had a really good ride on the first two, right? So that's the only huge turn off for me, but unfortunately it's sort of a really big one. Let's just do this real quick. What grade are you going to give it, and what do you recommend on seeing it?
Sure. I recommend seeing it for sure. I'd give it a B plus.
Yeah?
It's a strong boxing movie. It's like on the top end of that perspective, considering again it's the seventh
Hmm.
in that series. It's very strong. I think people should see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely think you should go see it, even if you haven't seen the Rocky series, because I hadn't, and I enjoyed it. Um, I'm going to give it an A minus.
Okay.
And just because of the performances and sort of the beat by beat moments are all really great, right up until about the third act, and then it sort of to weighs down on itself. Other than that, we're gonna go sort of break down that kind of question on like why is this a great but not transcendent film in our discussion. So aside from that, I hope you enjoyed the review. Come join us in the discussion when you've seen the film. This is Second Perspective. My name's Paul Weston. Over there is Mitchell Allen, and goodbye, Internet.
Bye, guys.